Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
What are the signs that you're not attractive? People stopped talking to you when they found out what you look like. This was me when I was 16/17. I remember people stopped talking to me on MIRC when I sent a photo, and once at work a woman I used to speak over the phone for months, for work, said she was negatively impressed when she saw me. Thankfully my appearance improved, but even at 38, there's still a young man inside me that feels very hurt still. What was the point of that woman commenting on your attractiveness in a work setting? That's irrelevant to the job, and completely unprofessional. People don't comment on your appearance at all. I've been fat and fit and people give compliments all the time when I'm fit. When I was fat people weren't rude but I didn't get any compliments either. Even worse when they give you compliments like, you look like you give good hugs, or, this is what a real man, woman looks like. Look like you give good hugs, is such a nice compliment though. I would love to be described that way. You've never been hit on, never told you were someone's crush, or never been asked out. Im cooked loudly crying. It's possible you've been hit on without realizing it or that you've been someone's crush that didn't act on it, if that helps. When I was born, the doctor slapped my mother instead of me. I'm no ladies' man, I'll tell ya. A girl phoned me the other day and said, "Come on over, there's nobody home." I went over, nobody was home. My psychiatrist told me I was crazy, so I said I wanted a second opinion. He said, "Okay, you're ugly, too." Holy shit, read 8 comments and now I feel attacked, described and judged all at once. Whenever I'd go to the restaurant with my really attractive friend, they would always look at her and ask her questions. Edit, thank you so much for the karma, stories, comments, etc. I am shocked by the amount of response I gotten from this community. That was my sister and me. I will never ever forget the comment. Wow, it's hard to believe she's your sister because she's so beautiful. Yeah, that one stayed with me. Edit, thank you for all you kinders. That has really touched my heart. I was 16 when it was said to me. I'm 57 now. It punched me in my gut at that age. But I'm happy and don't have self-esteem issues anymore. Thank you for all your support. You guys rock. Wow, that is insane someone could say that. That was me and my cousin. I would get approached a lot when I was around him. A lot. All they wanted was for me to connect him to him. Lol. The funny part is that we looked very much alike. But he had that extra that made all the difference. This happened to me many times when my best friend was a male model in college. He was in product magazines, etc. I met this girl at a party and we emailed a few times. I had high hopes for it, but then her next email innocently had a question about my friend tucked away in it towards the end. I remember sighing really big and dropping my shoulders lol. Of course, I didn't respond after that. I probably have 10 stories like that. Old ladies don't call you handsome. This is the best answer honestly. Even if you're a girl, if old ladies don't tell you you're pretty then that's not a good sign. I wouldn't pay too much attention to that if you're a girl. Old ladies can be quite mean to younger women in my culture. No one hits on, or looks at you in public. I had a medically necessary breast reduction in my early 20s. People stopped hitting on me immediately. I eventually figured out that they'd only ever been hitting on my boobs, not my face. Once the boobs were less noticeably, they looked up and didn't like what they saw. Laughing face. You feel like you're invisible in group settings, like you're always the extra person. Yeah, that's how I feel around most of my friends now. Since they all have partners and I don't, doesn't mean you're not attractive, just that you're the odd man out because they're couples. Chances are they probably still enjoy hanging out with you. People aren't nice to you. Attractive people think everyone is nicer than unattractive people do. This is a big one. I've been jacked and I've been fat. Everyone treats you different, some more than others. If you're ugly some people will barely look at or talk to you, and some are outright mean. Honestly was very eye-opening for which people were innately shallow. Edit, it's also eye-opening how many people in relationships are actively trying to flirt, cheat with any random person they find attractive. In some ways I like being fat more because you can tell which people are actually kind and which people are only nice to people they enjoy looking at. This is actually the one real answer. But only really 100% the first time you meet someone. After that your personality comes into play. People are nice to good-looking people they don't know, also willing to go the extra mile for them in professional settings. To me, I think, and as others have pointed out, it's that sense of being invisible in public and an inability to draw people to you. In that sense, people who are beautiful or charismatic have a much smoother path through life socially. In my experience, if you lack that, then it isn't altered by maintaining good hygiene, a neat and clean appearance, and a friendly and approachable disposition. You make eye contact with strangers you may find pleasant looking or attractive, but they either never make eye contact or only glance fleetingly and instantly look away, and you find yourself wondering why. Yet even others who aren't classically attractive, to me, seem to engage freely and easily with friends, peers and strangers, maybe because they are more relaxed and comfortable in their own skin, lack inhibitions, and are more attuned to the views and attitudes of the times. I think I'll wonder about it for the rest of my life. I've been fat and sloppy and then fit and put together. Night and day difference in how people treat you. People actually want to look at you when you're attractive, and that leads to more interactions. When I got to a certain point of losing weight and taking care of my appearance, I used to think I had a booger hanging out of my nose or something on my face, because that's the only way anyone would have looked at me that much when I was overweight. I lost 60 pounds and am in pretty great shape now after joining the gym. Anytime someone looks at me for more than a few seconds, my first thought is, if my fly is down, did I accidentally put on dirty pair of jeans, is something coming out of my nose, did I not blend my makeup? Absolutely nothing positive springs to mind. Ever, even after the moment has passed, I just assume they had to gawk at the uggo for a few seconds. When your iPhone automatically asks you to enter the PIN, I've recently had to start smiling to get my phone to unlock. It's like it's telling me I'd be better looking if I smiled more, and I totally understand why women hate that. Okay, I'm sorry I kinda chuckled at this though. When people don't ask to be introduced to you when they meet you outside with someone they know. Attractive or not, you've got rude friends if they don't introduce you unprompted. Oh, this is a good one. You're a wonderful person, someone will be so lucky to have you. I wish I could find someone like you. Someone like you, but so much skinnier and prettier. I got told that phrase so much throughout my life, especially back in high school. It'll happen when you least expect it. Just be yourself. Villagers with torches and pitchforks often come harass you at your home. If you ever hear, take what you want, but RHE beast is mine, you are cooked. The ladies look pre-annoyed. Pre-annoyed is hilarious. You and your friends all get interviewed for a story on the local news, and your interview is the only one that gets cut, even though the reporter told you afterwards you gave an excellent answer. And in all the group shots of you and your friends doing their thing, the only shot of you is your back. From a distance. True story. Not that I'm still bitter after like 15 years. Similar to this, when there's a photographer or a videographer at a party and you were there the entire night having fun but can't find a single picture of yourself afterwards. And the best looking people show up in 20+ shots. When you look for every little flaw, you will always be unattractive to yourself. Mirrors provide you daily jump scares. I'm a teacher, we used to have a mirror in the front office. I would walk by at the end of the day and catch sight of myself and literally say, oh good lord, LMAO. Teaching is rough though. People describe your personality first, like you're nice or funny. What do you expect them to say? Oh, this is my friend Susie, she has a great butt. Just an absolute dump truck, it's amazing. Quote, you are funny. What do you mean, I'm funny? Funny how? Like, I'm a clown, I amuse you. I got zero male attention my entire life. I'm literally invisible to men. I'm a 37-year-old virgin. People hugging. You have to get yourself drunk to masturbate. Great, you made me ugly laugh and now I need crack too. If you're 40 or more, with zero dating experience, it's pretty clear sign. Also, mirrors and photos. Not always, my buddy has had a pretty empty dating life as far as I know, and he's no worse looking than most people I know that have wound up with someone. Not sure what's up with it, other than I knew a few times he got a crush on someone who just kind of used him for favors. Average looking people have to work harder. If they are not really witty, kind, interesting, there are millions of reasons outside look that will make for a very empty dating life. I have a friend who is absolutely stunning and she's in her 30s and has never had a boyfriend. These threads never reflect the complexity of reality. Yeah, I have a friend in his 40s who is hot and perpetually single. H is like amazing too, clean, intelligent, and a homeowner. If I was single I'd hit on him. But he is always alone. He probably likes it that way. Invisible in group settings. To be fair though, if you're shy enough you might be enough of a wallflower that you do end up a bit invisible. Spot on, it's sort of a cycle tbh. Invisible to low confidence to shy to invisible dotted line face. People engage your friend in conversation while ignoring you, even though you were already in a conversation with said friend. People aren't nice to you over seemingly trivial issues. Pretty privilege is such a thing. Can get away so much more. You never get complimented on your looks in a way that tells you you're attractive. When I was in like 3rd grade, one asked a girl, why does everyone like this person and not me, and she told me, because he's hot and you're ugly as heck. Almost 20 years later that still stings Abbott. Probably what stunts my social skills. In 3rd grade, so, around 8-year-old saying this. I'm so sorry, that never should have been said to you. A Reddit post asking for the signs. No one hits on you. This actually has far more to do with an unapproachable vibe one may have for whatever reason than with looks. Also, it's a very gendered thing. Women do not hit on people nearly as frequently as men do. Gay guys hit on me all the time, but women never do. Nah, guys don't get hit on that often. I've been also told I'm good looking, but have resting bitch face to the nth degree, so people are afraid to approach me. Lousy Slavic upbringing. The world feels like a club that you don't belong to. I feel like this can be a number of things, from autism to just being different. Many ways to feel like an outsider in the world, waiting for your alien parents to come pick you up and bring you to your real home. Anything that makes you significantly different from the large majority.